Ryan Dingle. The Meet the Players last night, he was the penultimate one to leave the meet and greet. Only Jordan Petrus went better, the captain, although that is peak Jordan Petrus, it must be said, as Becker will send that up to Hammond down the left-hand side. He gets into a little bit of trouble, gets out of it smartly. Great pass into the slot, and it's in behind. Nasty hook. Early goal for the Manchester Storm. I think that was Bissonnette on the doorstep. As we take a look again. Good lateral penetration here from the Storm, Scott.
Yeah, they just the puck broke out and they tried to come back in quickly, caught on our heels, and just a quick, simple goal.
As the puck gets rimmed around the boards, Hammond will step in. It's a little bit of pressure. Still moving the puck, Becker. Petrus is just trying to cut off any lateral pass. Becker dumps it in behind. Valorand will challenge Springer at the top, sends it down low. Stannis back to Springer to the back door, shoveled in. Well, that looked like the Manchester Storm had been together for longer than just a week. Very, very pretty play.
Yeah, the net actually goes off the moorings, but I think it should have stood anyway. Just tell that a couple of these players have been playing together.
Paquette kicks that away from Moffat and clears his lines nicely. I expect Danik Paquette to see a good amount of time on the penalty kill, I imagine. Venus goes in trying to take that away from Kieran Long. Loose puck pinged off the glass by Swindlehurst. It came free. Venus is going to try and hold this up in the offensive zone. Leaves it off for Lake. Lake fights through that nicely. Ryan Lake, oh, that's a classic goal. Ryan Lake combining with Ross Venus, who had the finishing touch. With a little bit of hard work on the forecheck and a nice short-handed goal for the Coventry Blaze.
Great work from the short-handed goal. Venus battling hard. Lake follows up and goes straight to behind the net. Works hard, out in front, and it's a lovely goal.
The Storm still rotating. Fleming will step up. Puck comes down low. Picked up, right out in front. It just eluded Ross Venus, who I thought was going to intercept that puck, but it somehow eluded him. Fleming picks up the loose one. Watched by Venus. Comes down low. Trends will bump with Gustav Anilov. Blaze can't clear the zone. Trends. Keeping a steady head. Shot will coming down low from Rosehill. Oh, rebound on the back door. Couldn't have fallen any sweeter. And I think that's Shane Backer's hard efforts finally being rewarded. One of the easier goals he'll score.
Yeah, it's a big shot by Rosehill. It was nasty, it was screened. And it's just a rebound there with an easy tap in.
Face off to the right of Clemente. Blaze look like they're starting to find their feet a little bit in this game. A couple of interesting defensive moments, though, have given the Storm odd man rushes. I'm sure they will look to iron that out as Swindlehurst digs that one out nicely. Clements, smart body position, gets that chopped back down. Backdoor pass for Dingle. Bad angle chance, it doesn't matter. He squares it for Valorand. Bish Bash Bosh, number 88, gets the Blaze second goal of the evening. And this was almost like the Manchester Storm's second goal.
It was indeed, and it's just, we've come out this period, 3 minutes in, showing some high intensity. That's a massive pass to Dingle. Dingle's got the alertness to put it back in the slot. And, well, I would have scored that, but we'll take it.
Face off to the right, won by the Coventry Blaze. Clemente came out deep into the net. It's bundled over the line by Jordan Petrus. With the net askew, I'm surprised if they'll give this. Let's have a look again. The Blaze skipper may just have tied it. He's celebrating emphatically with his teammates, and I don't see much wrong with that.
No, I mean, Clemente's led back onto his post as Petrus is taking the shot. But simple hockey again. Take a shot as soon as you win off on the face-off.
Let's have a look one more time. Maybe we can slow it down a little right at the end. right at the top of the crease. Puck springs off the back wall, and that's just a cheeky little one-handed backhand flip from Jordan Petrus. Petrus may have helped it out by displacing the netminder slightly. Rosehill getting in Paquette's ear there, I noticed, as Shane Backer comes across the blue line. Watched by Patterson, dumps it out in front, taken away. Lake will poke it ahead of Danik Paquette here, who gets bumped into the wall. Trends will try and calm things down, as Garrett Ladd will have none of that. He gets up on the forecheck. Bump comes in from Paquette along the benches, and the gloves are going to come off Rosehill and Danik Paquette. They're in tight. It's a quick jab with the left hand from Danik Paquette as they stay in tight along the benches. Rosehill throws a punch as well. Both guys super glued to each other, it seems, and the linesman will separate them after a fairly tame affair.
Just a little pre-season hug there. Didn't see it was coming. They had a little few niggles at each other, but never really got a chance to go, did they?
No. Here's Lake. Hash marks, holds onto the puck nicely, feeds Paquette. Toe drag, shoots, and a good save. Ryan, rebound there. And Stannis will clear house, as you would have expected, and the gloves, or the helmet anyway, has come off of a Blaze player. Some pushing and shoving with Lyndon Springer in there, and this is getting nice and feisty again. I think it's Ben Lake whose helmet was dislodged. Springer and Paquette are still having a couple of pops at each other.
How many times have we got to play these guys this season? Sure, it can get quite interesting.
Erhard, lovely pass. Just ahead of Byers, it came off the stick of Ryan Dingle as Lowers and Byers will tussle for possession. Good shove from Dax Lowers. Loose puck, and Dingle's got the foot speed to get away from Erhard. Diving, oh, he takes him out, and ladies and gentlemen, that's a penalty shot all day. Well, we're definitely going to see at least one penalty shot tonight. Ryan Dingle will stare down Declan Ryan. The referee's whistle did go, but to give it a second toot, and Dingle will now go way wide. Coming in past the hash marks, the left shooter, Deeks fakes, and he lights the lamp to win the game. That was a lovely bit of trickery from Ryan Dingle, and the game ends in overtime with a penalty shot, and he will add a goal to the assist he got on the Blaze second goal.